Hey, I'm Mitchell. This is my Ford E-Transit. This is a 130-inch wheelbase. This is a mid-roof. I was really torn between doing the 148-inch long wheelbase and the high roof so that I could walk around in there. I'm 6'1", maybe 6'2" with the tall ass boots on. Uh, I'm really glad I went with the shorter wheelbase and the mid-roof. This van has plenty of room now, if it's properly laid out. And so I do mostly residential, and I do probably 20% light commercial. So this is the electric van. Uh, One of the things, oh man, the door is so much lighter than my Sprinter. Aluminum door it's easier to open and shut. This is this is the WeatherGuard itemizer, and this is a pack rat next to it. In an ideal world, what I'd like would be that it's a 48-inch by a 20-inch pack rat. This one's steel; they're real heavy. I'd rather have the 9-inch high and the 20-inch wide, and then I put this on top of it and have it the whole width. And this would be a little higher, but I picked both of these up used on Craigslist. I'm not spending $1,500 on both of these, but the rest of this build is mostly just is not low budget. I just did milk crates mounted to the top here. They're screwed down to the top, and then also to the bulkhead. This is the Ranger Design bulkhead. I would not get this one. It sticks out way too far. Unless you're over 6'3", you're going to get plenty of room with any other partition. This thing has 6 inches behind my seat, and I'm 6'1", or 5 inches behind my seat. I mean, it is ridiculously intrusive into your cargo space. I've got a 96-inch shelf. This is the high shelf. It's 14 inches deep. It's the shorter depth. I can't remember if it's 14 or 16 inches. I think these shelves are 16. This is 14. Anyway, so I had to cut it down. I cut it down to about 91 inches. I've got one refrigerant rack at the end. I will potentially, when we switch to another, add another refrigerant in 2023, I'm likely going to put another refrigerant rack right here. I do not keep a shelf on the passenger side. I can still fit pallets in here. I can still fit condensers in here. I've got plenty of room for anything else. If I can move the ladder out of the way, if I need to bring multiple systems to a job site, if I'm going to pick it up and then use my install van for that's already going to be on site, I still have room to do that. I've got all my, I use the 0G hoses. I like these. I'm not going to get too in depth into every single bit of kit that I have in here on all my tools. But I don't keep a ladder on the roof. Again, I don't do a ton of commercial, and most of my commercial accounts have a ladder either built onto the building or I keep a extension ladder on site. At the end of the day, the ladders kill your fuel economy. You can't go through drive-throughs. They're loud. I don't like dealing with ladders, and so I'm not a big extension ladder user. So this is the brand new Home Depot Little Giant knockoff. This is, I think, the 26-foot or 22-foot one. It'll get me onto most roofs. Rarely do I need an extension ladder beyond that, and I can bring one onto site if necessary. So we think other things I've got. I mean, you can see most of my shelves are still somewhat empty, and I haven't even filled most of these of the slide-out toolboxes. Let's step out for a second. I'll show you.
Wait.
The hop in, hop out. The hop in, hop out. Even with this much floor space dedicated to here, easy in, easy out, no issues. Even I'm thinking about putting another refrigerant rack here once they add another refrigerant come 2023, 2024. I've still got room for another rack here. I'll probably do a 4 deep, or 4 height refrigerant rack in this spot, and there will still be room to walk through here and still have room for condensers. This is the short wheelbase. Like, I don't see a need for a much larger van than this. It fits into parking spaces reasonably. The other vans don't. Like, your back end is always hanging out. Some of the other things I've done in here, I've got an impact gun up here. I use that for water heater anodes, things like that. I've got I've got all these milk crates that just bolted down and bolted to the partition. coil cleaning. I've got this is for flushing water heaters. I carry that for half of the season, so I can do my maintenance is on water heaters for half the season. I got extra. The milk crates fit 4 jugs of coil cleaner perfectly, as if you're really going to need 4 jugs, but I mean you can. These are the tornado hooks. You can get them at Home Depot. They're awesome. I use the long ones. They hold all the tape. I got mastic tape, flex tape. I keep 2 deep. Once I remove one, I know that I need to pick up another one. I got black tape. I keep a nylon strap, and I usually have insulated tape on there as well. I've got the Supco umbrella mounts up there. It hasn't flopped around too much. At some point, I may put another hook here just to keep this from bouncing around, but so far it's held in well. I keep my torches strapped to there. Reclaim tank and my vacuum pump I tuck back in the back because when I'm pulling them out, I'm already pulling the torches out, because if I'm reclaiming, 9 times out of 10 you're going to need the torches. And I've got the Milwaukee. I don't use the pack out one; it's a little too big, and it's twice the price of the normal Milwaukee. I'm not on the pack out gear. I've got some Milwaukee stuff. I carry some Ryobi. I'm not all red. I'm not all green. I'm not yellow at all. So, these Ranger Design bins are awesome. I carry all my electrical, all of my fasteners. This is a flow hood from CPS. I just keep it kind of tucked in there because I haven't truly found a spot for it. I don't use it every. I don't use it. I probably use it once a month. Keep all my fasteners in here. These are a little pricey. They're like $250, $280, but they're great for any of that. I've got plenty of room for spare parts. These things are great for carrying all of your all capacitors. I mean, they're 4 feet deep. None of your capacitors get messed up. All of your thermostats, you can keep them in good shape. Any parts you don't want to get jacked up, they fit great in these things. I mean, it's so much storage. I haven't even addressed this. So I've got gas down in here and PVC. So the one thing that's a bummer about the shorter wheelbase van is you can't fit a 10-foot length of PVC unless you lay it diagonally across the length of the cab. In my Sprinter 144 wheelbase, I actually have a tube at the top, and I can fit a whole length of tube all the way up the partition. You can't do that in here. I don't even think you can do it in the 148-inch Transit. It's probably still going to be too short. But this is a service van, so I'm totally fine with keeping 5-foot sticks of drive and 5-foot sticks of PVC and everything like that. I can just chop it in half. I've got a nitrogen tank back here. I do have one more bottle mount in the back, tucked right behind the rear fender well. I've also got some plans in the back. Again, you can see this is the E-Transit. It's got just the logos in the back, and no tailpipe. What does suck about the short wheelbase van is the doors don't fold the whole way back. And that's because the sliding door blocks it, so you can't put that magnet that holds the door to the side. What's annoying is they could have done that on this side, which I would have been totally happy with, because when I park in parking spots, I like to be able to fold the doors back the whole way so I can walk in and out, because a lot of the places I work in are condos and townhouses where I park in a spot next to another car. If I can keep my doors folded back, I'm not blocking the sidewalk. I'm not blocking the cars next to me. But I do plan on putting some PVC tubes here for my silicone. I've got them already cut. I just haven't mounted them yet. I just cut them at a 45-degree angle. You screw them in like that, and then you drop your tubes in there like that. So I'm going to mount those here. I've got a fire extinguisher for obvious reasons, and then I will mount a 2-inch PVC for all of my Panduit straps and all of my zip ties and shorter things like that. So I've got a bottle rack back here. If I do need another reclaim tank, or if one of my jugs is running low, like if I have a 410 jug that's got less than 10 pounds in it, I'm going to throw another jug back there in that spot. So I mean, it's this van is plenty of room. If they made an electric Transit Connect, I potentially would have gone that direction, but this van has 120 miles range, more than anything I do in a day, unless I have to service like multiple of my most extreme distance customers. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay.